It's time for Michigan Fun on My Michigan TV, a weekly look at the top events in Michigan as presented by the state's leading authority on events, the Michigan Festival and Events Association. A full listing of events is available on MichiganFun.com. Michigan Fun is a production of My Michigan TV powered by Michigan Digital. Now, here's your host, President of the Michigan Festival and Events Association, Mike Sukin.
Welcome to Michigan Fun, the show where we check out the state's top festivals and events. I'm your host, Mike Sukin. Can you believe it? August is coming to an end and school is starting. This is the time for Labor Day weekend festivals, fairs, and events in Michigan. Today, we're going to check out some of those great Michigan summertime traditions. Today's show, we're going to talk to the people at the Paw Paw Wine and Harvest Festival. We're going to follow that up with the Silver Lake Sand Dunes Apple and Barbecue. But first, we're going to start out with the Frankenmuth Auto Fest. Welcome to the show, Jill Giddies. Hey, Jill, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. How are things in Little Bavaria?
Oh, we're getting all pumped up for next week.
So how many cars do you guys anticipate having this year?
So we normally expect 2,500 each year. This year we're up to, so far, pre-registered 1,760. So we're up in pre-registration by 7% from last year, which is a record-breaking year last year. So we'll see.
You know, the automobile, the love of the automobile in Michigan is something that's very amazing, obviously because it's the home of the automobile. But you got the Woodward Dream Cruise, you got the M1 Concourse, you have Back to the Bricks, and then you have Auto Fest in Frankenmuth. And you guys, just typical Frankenmuth, if there's any way to do something, you guys got to do it better than everybody else.
We try not to. We try and just have fun. We know we're just for charity here. We just want to have people enjoy the cars. We have lots of special events. It's been going on for 40 years. So, we just want people to enjoy Frankenmuth, have a good time, and enjoy the classic cars.
So 40 years, how did this concept start? This was Tony Deanna's idea, and 40 years later, look at what it's done. So how did it start, and what are the charities that get benefited from this?
So it actually started with a small group. Actually, my dad was one of the founders 40 years ago. Him and his little friends in Little Michigan started with, and they were like, hey, let's have a car show, we're country boys, and let's go to St. Lawrence Church Grove lot. And they had 83 cars that year. And then Tony and Jerry came from Detroit, Michigan, and they opened up their first McDonald's. And my dad was kind of looking for, or my dad and his car club were looking for specific businesses to maybe help out, sponsor a little bit. And Tony and Jerry, being from Detroit, they were like, I can help out. And Tony helped out way more than we had expected. He and his friends, and he made it, just grow year after year. In 1986, we moved to Heritage Park. And then in 2000, we started that big block party, which attracts 80,000 people, we estimate, up and down the street on Friday. So it's a crazy event. It's very humbling, because it's all for charity. We're all volunteers. We have over 500 volunteers that help us out each day and throughout the year. And a lot of our community benefits from it. We have a lot of nonprofit organizations like the VFW, the Michigan Heroes Museum, we've given back to. But not only just in Frankenmuth, we've given back to, Saginaw County. We partnered with Ronald McDonald House Charities, and we've given back to a lot of equipment for Covenant NIC unit to help those little children, born innocent. So we try and give different equipments. We've done an infant care unit in the helicopter. We've done the infant retina eye camera. We've partnered with Ronald McDonald House Charities to give 6 EKG monitors in the NIC unit. So we have lots of plans and lots of future donations that we've wanted to commit to. So we're excited to see what the 40th year brings.
Well, you also, if my memory serves me correct, have the Rotary, both, you've got 2 Rotary clubs in Frankenmuth and 1 in Birch Run, and those individuals, parking of the cars and traffic control, and for their hours, they get dollars to use for their charity. So everybody wins. I love triple wins. Win, win, win is always the best solution.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, everybody who volunteers is, there for a reason. We don't get anything from it. We get a t-shirt and a bottle of water. So everybody's just excited to be there. Everybody's excited to welcome people to Frankenmuth, and the surrounding communities. We wouldn't be our show without our volunteers. We have people working 12 plus hours parking cars, in the heat or the rain, because you never know what the weather brings for the weekend. Or we have, admissions, and it's very humbling.
Jill, is there any parameters as far as what vehicles are allowed to be in the show?
So we actually have a cutoff because we're surrounded by the Cass River. There's not much room to expand in Heritage Park. So we have a cutoff of 1987 or older that's able to come all weekend long. And then on Sunday, we actually allow it open to all show cars. So any year show car, up to 2023 is allowed to show their car. And we have specific awards for the Super Sunday cars that are allowed in, the newer cars. But then we mainly focus on the weekend. We have about 50 awards that are given out on Sunday.
Okay. Is there a cruise that's associated with this event?
We have an unofficial cruise. We just have on Saturday night after the show, people just sit on Main Street, on the sides, and just watch the cars cruise up and down Main Street. Friday night is our big block party where, we shut down the state highway, and we have the people going up and down there. But not an official cruise, but people just like to, tootle up and down Main Street and enjoy the city.
And people love to sit on the sidewalk or sit in their chairs in the front yard or whatever and watch the cars go by. Yes. That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and we have a lot of special events going on too. I mean, Saturday is like an action filled day. We have, Auto Value. We partnered with, they're a major sponsor. They're bringing in Ray Ripple, and she's doing a live plasma cutting, a meet and greet, and activities with kids. We have 2 ski shows that are going on Saturday, one at 11:45 and one at 2:45. And then we're ending the day with Earth Angels, in the park. They're doing a performance there for an hour. And then we're ending the day with fireworks sponsored by Frankenmuth Insurance.
That's awesome. So if anybody's looking at any additional information, how do they find out? Your website, Facebook? What's the best way?
Yeah. Either one. Our website is frankenmuthautofest.net. We continuously try and update people. Obviously our schedule changes here and there. And then we try and give updates on our Facebook page as well. We like to show people, what special events are going on and highlight those specific events so they know a little bit more about those companies that are coming in. So either one, Frankenmuth Auto Fest on our Facebook or frankenmuthautofest.net for our website.
Perfect. Thanks, Jill. Appreciate you being with us. I wish you a lot of luck. You guys have a great show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, coming up next on Michigan Fun, we're going to be talking to the happenings at the Paw Paw Wine and Harvest Fest. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone, too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Sometimes the day-to-day can feel, well, like the day-to-day. And when that happens, we don't just need a change of pace. We need, and really we deserve, an adventure to break far, far away from the daily routine and explore somewhere totally new. It's time to change it up, speed it up, and whoa, easy there, maybe just slow it down. We deserve to feel energized, exhilarated, and excited. We deserve to be in a pretty great place.
Welcome back to Michigan Fun, a weekly look at the top events happening across the state of Michigan. Our next guest is from the Paw Paw Wine and Harvest Festival. Welcome to the show, Marilyn Clear. Hey, Marilyn, how are you doing?
Thank you. Good, thanks. How about you?
Good. And how are things in Paw Paw, Michigan?
They're really getting lively. We're gearing up for the festival on September 8, 9, and 10.
How long has this festival been in existence?
Since the early 1940s.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's a long time.
So, and where in Paw Paw are you hosting this event?
It's in the downtown area and all through the downtown. It's also, we have events at St. Julian Winery, at the Warner Vineyards, and at the Paw Paw Brewing.
Awesome. So what other activities other than, I mean, you hit on three of my favorite, which is 2 wineries and a brewery, but how about for the kids?
Yeah.
What kind of activity do you have for the
we have an area called Stompy Land, and it's hosted by our local Girl Scouts. They do crafts with the children. And we also have, for the little kids, a kiddie carnival. For the big kids, a regular midway. For those who are real active, we have a 5K run walk. We have a kayak race on Saturday noontime. And we have a bike tour on Sunday. And if you're real energetic, we have grape stomp competition. That's 2 minutes in a vat of grapes and trying to produce as much juice as you can possibly produce. We have categories that are regular competition. We have some that are fun stomps. We have a student stomp, and we have stomp for charity. Each team selects a charity of their choice. Whoever wins, the prize monies go to the charity.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I got to believe that there is a large crowd of people cheering on the Stompers at that event.
Yes, yes. And last year, for the first time, we hosted a Lucy look-alike contest. And it was very fun watching through downtown, all the Lucys come through.
Lucy got some explaining to do.
That's the one.
Oh, my wife's favorite movie is The Long, Long, Long Trailer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. So lots of activities.
Yes, we have a huge arts and crafts show, a car show on Saturday. We have the St. Julian Festival Parade on Sunday. Friday night, we start out with fireworks over Maple Lake, and that's sponsored by our DDA.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday event.
Yes.
And for those people who may not have heard about Paw Paw, you guys are located right off of 94, correct?
Yes, at exit 60.
Very good. Very good. And for those that are looking for additional information on the activities, do you have a website?
Yes, it's wineandharvestfestival.com. We also have a Facebook page that we're trying to keep up to date.
That's good. And the Facebook page is called
Wine and Harvest Festival.
Wine and Harvest Festival. All right. Well, Marilyn, it's been great having you on the show, and it sounds like you're going to have a lot of fun. I might have to make the trip down there just to watch the stomping. That just sounds like a barrel full of laughs.
Yeah, it is. It's a hard thing to do because it's, you're stomping grapes and trying to produce as much juice as you can, but it's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, it's got to be fun.
We do have, for those who show up on the weekend and decide they want to participate in a grape stomp, we have a stomp for fun. You just pay your money, jump in and stomp. I will warn you, wear clothes that you don't ever want to wear again.
Grape stains don't come out that easy.
Right.
I can see people's legs being purple or red from the knees down.
They actually give you baby oil to put on before you do that, and it helps.
It helps. Okay.
They do have T-shirts down there once you're done stomping that you can join the Purple Feet Club.
I'll have to remember that. So if I see somebody wearing a member of the Purple Feet Club, I will know exactly where they got that and what they did to get that shirt.
Yes, yes.
That is an exclusive club.
Yes. You'd be amazed at how many people want to stomp grapes that they have it on their bucket list.
Oh, that's great. Well, Marilyn, I appreciate you being on the show today. Thank you very much for being with us. And I wish you a lot of luck at your show or at your festival. That's the Paw Paw Wine and Harvest Festival. Thanks, Marilyn.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Michigan Fun is we're going to talk about the Silver Lake Sand Dunes Apple and Barbecue. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Listen to the music, listen to the beat.
Welcome back to Michigan Fun, a weekly look at the events happening across the state of Michigan. Our next guest is from the Silver Lake Sand Dunes Apple and Barbecue Festival. Welcome to the show, Scott Beal. Hey, Scott, how you doing today?
Very good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. A little soggy here in northern Michigan, but hey, it's Michigan. You take the sun, we get sunshine, we get liquid sunshine. But if I go to Silver Lake Sand Dunes, I'm going to have barbecue.
Yes, that is the main feature. We have about 10 different food trucks that have different types of barbecue and, smoked food and things like that. And then this year, we do have 4 trucks that have different items like Hispanic or waffle sticks, fun food. There's even one that has what they claim is healthy food.
It's all healthy. It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
So how many years has this event been going on, Scott?
It's funny you asked that. We were never really sure, and we just found out from a local historic museum that it was 20 years ago that it started, and we skipped 2020 with COVID, so it's 19 years.
19 years. So apples, sand dunes, barbecue, food trucks. What other kind of activities you got going on?
Well, as you said, there is 3 or 4 of the booths in the craft fair that are local farms and farm markets. They'll be selling everything being harvested in the fall, the apples and everything. And the festival actually started as a true barbecue competition, and then it grew from there. And unfortunately, after 2020, we had to drop the competition part of it. But we still tried to make sure we have all the food trucks and everything, and lots of good food. The biggest thing is Saturday. We have a craft fair where we close the main road through Silver Lake, and this year it's 150 craft booths. We finally stopped taking registration. And what's unique about it is every crafter, they have to be handmade items, not resale type items. So the committee does a great job with screening everybody and making sure that it is true handmade crafts.
That's awesome. How many crafters did you say? 150?
Yep, 150.
Wow. If you can't find something there, you can't find it. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, like I said, that's kind of the highlight of the show or the whole festival, where Saturday from 10 to 5, like I said, the whole street is blocked off, and there's craft booths on either side, and that's the big draw, of course, for everybody to come for that. And at the same time, over in the Silver Lake Chicken Shack parking lot, we have a classic car show and also a classic ORV show, off-road vehicle show. Again, because of where we are in the sand dune, with the sand dunes, we have a whole section that is just vintage or souped up off-road vehicles.
You gotta have that if you're at Silver Lake at the sand dunes. I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
with
so that's very. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying the car show is very popular because it does have a lot of the dune buggies and ORVs and everything, and so we have about 100 vehicles in that show.
Wow, it's pretty cool stuff there. A friend of mine and I us couples had dinner the other day, and I told him that I was going to have you on the show, and he wanted me to do a shout out to you from Mike Terry from the Rub Smoked and Sauced barbecue team. Spent a lot of times there at the festival there when it was a competition.
Yeah, I remember that one. Frankly, it was just finding the staff, like all festivals, finding the staff to really run that portion of it, and so it's just, it's, as I said, it's something that all events and festivals struggle with, is getting enough volunteers and things like that. Back in like 2017, it was run by all volunteers, maybe 50 or so, and each year we gradually kept losing those volunteers, and it's just the nature of all, like I said, for businesses and festivals, it's just being shorthanded.
Well, kudos to you for evolving, opposed to just throwing your hands up and giving up. I mean, I give you credit for that, and obviously the community does also, because you're getting a lot of people coming there. Scott, if anybody's looking for additional information on the Apple Fest and barbecue, where would they find additional information?
Yep, it's got a website called applebarbecuefestival.com. So it should come right up when you type that in. And it's obviously been the website for a long time. So it comes up real good on Google. And like every festival, it's evolved. And last year we launched a new website, very interactive, and knowing events real well, of course, we also this year moved everything, registration for all the events be online, and moving into the 21st century, so to speak, where every single person is registered through the portal of the car show, or even the food trucks did it that way.
Yes, it makes life a lot easier. It's a sign of the times. I think it's one of the blessings that came out of the COVID era. We learned how to work smarter instead of harder, and that's one of the blessings, I guess. Scott, I appreciate you being on the show today. I know you guys are going to have a great turnout there, and I wish you all the luck in the world. So thank you again for being with us today.
Well, thank you. Appreciate the opportunity, and we're looking forward to a great year. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that wraps up this week's show. I want to thank all of our guests for joining us today. To find out more information about these events or any event happening in the state of Michigan, go to michiganfun.com. I'd also like to thank our producer, Jared Clark, and the entire staff at My Michigan TV. To browse our full library of live and on-demand video, go to mymitv.com. That's mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. I look forward to seeing you all again next week for next week's show. Until then, get out there and have some fun.